Eric Muitiri has been jobless for several years. This is a man who did 2 PhDs from Kenyan universities. His intention was to finish the second PhD, get a good job, and start earning. But he has never gotten a job. Now he's wondering what is wrong. Peter or Eric did masters, he did undergraduate, he never got a job. So it's good to do a master's and a PhD so that employers can easily recognize him. After doing his first PhD, he never got a job. He went ahead and did a second PhD so that he can easily now get a job. His CV is on LinkedIn, it's everywhere, but nobody is calling him for a job. He says now he's even unable to pay bills. He's unable to survive in Nairobi. And you don't know what is the problem. And this is the fate of many degree holders in Kenya. Most of them did the degrees wanting to be employed, and they are now jobless. Eric did not even do 1 degree, but 2 PhDs. If it were a country like the US, the UK, Australia, would have gotten a job easily. But now this is Kenya. There is something that you are not told in school. And Eric was not even told that thing. That the world has changed. That time when you could finish a PhD and immediately become a lecturer or you get a job elsewhere is over. The field or the job market is flooded. There are millions of others with PhDs. We are in a time or a moment where you create opportunities for yourself. You know, there was a time you could go to buy a newspaper, look for the jobs available, apply, and wait for an interview. Or go into any university, present your papers, and you're called to do lecturing. By this time, those things cannot be applicable because there are too many or so many people looking for such opportunities. And that is one thing that Eric does not know. Also, we were not taught how to get connections because nowadays people cannot employ you blindly, especially here. You must know this person must know that person. Then from there, you can get a job. Maybe he doesn't have those connections. And another thing which is very important for him and other graduates, you know, there are so many PhD or a number of PhD holders who look down upon some jobs. They don't want to start from down there. They want a job that will pay maybe 500,000 Kenyan shillings and above, which are rare, which are few. They don't want to start something to generate income for them. For example, I usually see on YouTube, there are so many PhD holders who are creating content and they have employed others. Now, if you go to his profile, his life, he has never created a YouTube channel. There are many people, PhD holders, who are on social media, on Facebook, creating content and earning money. But maybe he thinks that is for people who did not go to school. The reason why you go to school is to get knowledge that can help you change the world. And especially when you do PhD. But now he has a PhD and he doesn't know how he can change the world. If you go to YouTube and create content and tell others what you know, if you know, because when you possess a PhD, you actually know more than what others know. So it means you are the one who is supposed to tell others what to do. But that is an idea that he doesn't have. So that is one of the reasons why he's actually jobless. And right now, if you tell them to volunteer, you may think that it's wasting his knowledge. But those are the things someone should do at the moment in order to survive. And another problem is, with those two PhDs, he got them locally, not internationally. If he had pursued a PhD in maybe from a US university, could have gotten more opportunities. And one thing I've seen, I had a friend who did two PhDs also. He did 3 professional courses and 2 masters. And it was hard for him to get a job. The friend thought that by doing more and more or accumulating papers, you'll be more visible and you will get a job easier than others and will earn more than everyone else. But employers look for different things, not those papers. And one thing you should learn, or you should learn, is that you don't have to accumulate papers. Just go and look for a job with that undergraduate degree. Once you know your line, or your specialization, or your passion, that is where you'll stick to. Go and pursue a master's and a PhD after you have gotten a job. But once you do master's, PhD, you don't have a job, then it becomes hard for you. And those are the predicaments for this man, Eric Muitiri, who is now jobless with the 2 PhDs, masters, undergraduate, professional courses, and he just stuck in the village with nothing. He's about 40 years. So even PhD holders can also be ignorant.